Good afternoon. My name is Amy Todd with Amy's Creative Wishes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And today I'm going to be making 2 cards using the Queen Anne's Lace Stamp Set. It's a photopolymer set. And I'm using 3 stamps from it. So I'm using the Queen Anne's Lace Flower, the filler for the flower, and the Hello Friend. So this is the card for the first card. I did a little stamping on the inside too. So let's just get started. What we need is a card base, which is Mossy Meadow. I haven't scored it yet. It is 4 1/4 by 11. And I will score it. I will score it at 5 1/2. I have a Bermuda Bay layer for the inside that measures 4 by 5 1/4. I have a basic white layer for the inside that measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I have another piece of Bermuda Bay that measures 2 1/4 by 5 1/2. Actually, it's longer than 5 1/2, but I will be cutting it down to size. I have a Calypso Coral piece that measures 2 1/2 by 4 3/4. And another basic white piece that measures 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. So as you can see, I already embossed the Bermuda Bay piece because I can't fit my stamp cut and die machine in the camera, so I had to do that ahead of time. But to get started, we will fold our card base in half. Give it a good crease with the bone folder. And I'm going to use I'm going to add this right away. I'm going to use some liquid glue to add that layer just because normally I don't use liquid glue, but with embossed layers I do just because it's bumpy and the liquid glue will get into all the crevices and really help it to adhere. So I'm just going to add that more to the left hand side of the card. Oops. And then I will flip it over. And I'll get my scissors that already have glue on them to trim that off. There we go. That's now garbage. And let's start with the stamping. I also have somewhere, I forgot, a circle. Oh, I didn't bring them over here. I thought I did. From the Layering Circle dies, this is the second smallest. That's for the sentiment. So let's start with our stamping. Get these 2 pieces out of the way. And so I'm using Mossy Meadow, Bermuda Bay, and Calypso Coral ink. So we're going to start with the Mossy Meadow and use the main image. Oh, I just stuck my hand in it. And that's going to go right there. And with photopolymer stamps, I like to give it a few seconds so that the ink has a chance to to stick to the cardstock. Oh, my Mossy Meadow is stiff. Oh, actually, I want to do 2nd generation stamping for the inside, so I'm just going to huff on it to make sure that I still get some ink for the inside. There we go. And then we're going to take the filler stamp and use Calypso Coral. And just stamp that on top like so. And while it still has some ink on it, huff on it again. And stamp it on the inside. Here we go. And then Bermuda Bay I will use for the Hello Friend. And I know you're maybe thinking that this is kind of a weird color combination, but the way I came up with this color combination is I was working on 3 paper pumpkin kits, old paper pumpkin kits, and each one, as you may know, comes with a little ink spot, and these were the ink spots that were in them. And I saw, I don't use the ink spots, I use the full-size ink pads when I'm doing my paper pumpkins, and so I had these ready, and I thought that's kind of a different color combination. So my challenge was to make a card with this color combination, and this is what I came up with. So first things first, we're going to add the inside layer to the Bermuda Bay piece. There we go. And then we're going to add that to the inside of the card. This is a pretty quick and easy card. And my next card, I'm just going to wing it. I don't have a card sample made. I've got some ideas in my head, and I'm just going to go for it. So I've never done that before on camera, but we'll give it a shot. Now we attach this layer, the stamped one, to the Calypso Coral piece. And then that gets put up on dimensionals. I need... I'm a bit more harder of a time with these nails, but I just got my nails done last weekend, and maybe I should have gotten them done a little shorter. So bear with me as I get all these dimensional backings off. Okay, and then I could put it straight, but I like to put things at an angle sometimes. So that's what I did. Put that at an angle. And then this circle, I'm going to put, I'll put it on the green right here. And then I'll put adhesive on the left-hand side of it. And get the dimensional backing off if I can. There we go. And then this just gets put there. And then we have to, of course, add some bling. So I pulled out the champagne rhinestones. These champagne rhinestones seem to go with every color. It's pretty cool how no matter what color you're using, they seem to match. So they really go nicely with the Calypso Coral. Oh, hi Jen. Thanks for joining me here. So I'm going to put a small one on the Hello Friend. A large one up here. And a medium one beside it. Here we go. So that's it. That is our card already. It's, as I said, a really easy and quick card, but I like the layout of it. So I might be doing this layout again. So for our second card, like I said, I'm just going to wing it. I don't have a sample, but I know I want to do a fun fold. And it is called a right angle. I've got it written on my description of this video. Right angle fold over, I think is what it's called. So I've got some pieces cut and ready already. So I have a piece of Calypso Coral cut to 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. I used the scallop contour dies to cut out a basic white piece, and it's the second largest rectangle. And then I cut a piece of Mossy Meadow to 4 by 5 1/4, and then I cut it on the diagonal. And you will see why once we get started with this card. So, I'm going to take a full sheet of Bermuda Bay cardstock. I'm going to, on the short side, I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And on the long side, I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. And then I'm going to take I don't know if you can see it all in my video. I should have thought of that. But I've got each corner, kitty corners, in the groove of the cutting blade. So I'm just going to cut on the diagonal. I need to get okay. Now, oh, it didn't cut perfectly, but I can see the line, so I'm gonna just trim it. There we go. Okay, move that out of the way. And now this gives us 2 card bases. So I'm gonna put one aside because I'm only doing one today. So what you wanna do is you want to fold on the score line. So I'm going to fold this one this way. And then this one this way. And I just realized I forgot to cut layers for the inside of the card. So sorry, you're going to have to watch me do that as well. Okay, so see, so it folds like this. It's a right angle fold over. Fun fold. And the Mossy Meadow piece that I told you about, oh, and I embossed it using the greenery embossing folders. I used this one right here. Oh, and I forgot to tell you the last card. I apologize. The last card I used the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder for the Bermuda Bay piece. My apologies. I should have said that. So this is going to go right here. So let's, actually no, let me use liquid glue like I usually do with embossed pieces. Plus it gives me wiggle time to, gives me a chance to wiggle it into place. So there. There we go. So that's like that. Well, I've got a basic white piece that's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. But let me get another piece of Calypso Coral. Actually, no, you know what? I think I want Mossy Meadow, because I'm going to be doing some stamping on the inside, and I want the inside to have all 3 colors as well. So, what did I say? That was 3 5/8. So, 3 3/4. By 5. Let me make sure these work. Yes, they do. So, okay, let's do our stamping again. So we're going to start again with the Mossy Meadow. So as you probably have noticed, I'm using the same color combo as I did for the last card. Just because it was simpler for me to have those colors out, or since I had them out already, it was just easier for me. And what I'm going to do on this card is I did it off to the left a little bit, but that's because I'm going to come in with second generation stamping and stamp it a second time on there. See? So you've got two different generations of stamping, a darker and a lighter. I'm going to ink it up again, stamp off, and then stamp for the inside of the card. And that's it for the Mossy Meadow. Now I'm going to use Calypso Coral again. I'm going to ink it up. This Calypso Coral isn't a very good ink pad, but I have a new one on its way. So stamp that. Stamp it off, because I want it even lighter. And there we go. So there's that piece. And huff on it, so I can stamp the inside layer. Here we go. So I just realized I don't have a sentiment piece, so we'll have to I'm gonna do this flat. So I'm just adhering the stamped rectangle to the, what did I say it was? 3 5/8 by 4 5/8? No. 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And this inside layer we can attach to the Mossy Meadow. I guess it really didn't matter if I used Calypso Coral or Mossy Meadow for the inside, but and there we go. There's the inside layer, and I just noticed that I've got some ink smudged on my outside piece. There. They're erased. Oh, and just in case, this is called a Tombow Sand Eraser by Mono, or by Tombow, I guess. And it's number 512A, and it's for ink. I got this off of Amazon. It's great for erasing ink smudges. But when you do a search for it, make sure you get the one for ink, because there's one that's for typewriter and one for something else. I forget what the third one's for, but so make sure you get the one that says for ink. And there we go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to fold our card, and we only want adhesive on this side, right? Because this is going to go like this. If we put adhesive, well, I'm going to use dimensionals. If we put dimensionals all over it, then you won't be able to open the card. So, we want dimensionals. So we want dimensionals. Let me see. On this side. So I'm just putting some dimensionals on a diagonal, just on the one side. And so this is going to go right there. And then we need something for a sentiment. So I'm going to use the Hello Friend again and the Bermuda Bay ink. And then I'm going to go and die cut it using the same die, the second smallest circle from the Layering Circles dies. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here we go. So I use the second smallest from the Layering Circles dies. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of that as well. And then I'm going to add some rhinestones again. So I would say all in all, considering this is my first time stamping on the fly and not having a sample, I'd say I did pretty good. Let's get those rhinestones. While you're watching, if you would please give me a thumbs up or heart to show that you like what you're seeing. I'd really appreciate that. I'd also really appreciate it if you would share my video. If you share the video and comment the word shared, you'll be entered into a draw. Last week's winner was a woman named Norma. She watches on YouTube when I post it later. So, Norma, message me what item it is that you would like, and I will get that off in the mail to you. So, there's our rhinestones. I like to do it in threes, as I'm sure you've noticed with me. So, Norma, in case you forgot, your options are Pearl Basic Jewels, Star Designer Elements or a new pack of the beaded pearls. So Norma, please let me know what you would like, and I will get that in the mail to you. And for sharing this video, you have the choice of the same items. So just share the video. Only if you're in Canada can I send to you those. So I apologize for that, but it's the rules. I can only ship items to people in Canada. So if you're in Canada and you share the video, please comment, share it. You'll be entered into that draw. It really helps me out. So I really appreciate it. Oh, hi Jennifer. Thanks for watching. And I think there was somebody else, but I can't see all the comments, so I'll read all the comments later after this video is done. But so here's my 2 cards for today. I hope you enjoyed them. They're the same color combination, but totally different cards. Well, maybe not totally different. The flowers are the same, but I just wanted to use the same stamp set and show different types of cards with the same color combo. And I really like how this one turned out. I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to look, but I think I like it. So yeah, that's it for today. If you have any questions or you need to contact me for any reason, my email address is amyscreativewishes@gmail.com. You can also shop my online store if you see anything that you liked today and you don't have it. Like, for example, the Queen Anne's lace stamp set. It has great sentiments in it. Hello, friend. Best wishes. Thanks. Celebrating all the wonderful things about you. I know you have the strength to get through this, and I'll be right by your side. So that's good for the outside. That's good for the inside kind of thing. I left both of these blank on the inside because I'm not sure who I'm going to send these to yet. So, plus it gives me more room to write. So I hope you liked my fun fold. I hope you enjoyed today. Again, any questions, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. And shopping, if you're not comfortable shopping online, reach out to me via email and I can place the order for you and have it shipped directly to your door. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Bye.